Dear Will Christian, I'm in the studio today doing some work and ran across an article and I kind of brought a little bit of brought up some thoughts. So I wanted to talk about it. And I know we all know about what happened at Joel Osteen's community this past weekend. Well, apparently in California, there was also another possible event at a Christian high school. It's starting to become a trend. It's starting to become a noticeable trend that I think you cannot deny that people of faith, Christians, are being at least identified in a lot of these situations as targets, soft targets, as they like to call them. And I just wanted to jump on real quick. My security team at my church are talking about it, and I figured it would be good for us to talk about it very quickly. Just nothing long. Just want to encourage you all as you are preparing for the Lord's Day this coming Lord's Day, as you're preparing to spend time with your church communities and whatnot, keep your head on swivel. Just be aware of what's going on in the world. Be aware of what's going on in the community around you. I'll leave a link to this article. This gentleman right here is discussing the event that happened in California that I had not heard about until my security team just sent a notice out. But I think the end of the day, the encouragement for Christians is to just be vigilant. Just keep your head on swivel. You know who's there, you know who's not there, you know what they're doing. You know, you recognize somebody that you haven't seen before. Maybe just stop by and make sure you say hi to him or her. Shake his or her hand. Make sure that they know that you see them and they see you. So that in the event that anything goes left with that person, somebody has seen them. Somebody has identified them. Somebody got close to them to know how tall they were, got close to them to know a little bit more about them than just a clear observation from across the room or from a security camera. That's probably the best thing that everybody can do is be as friendly, be as open, be as welcoming as possible, but keep your head on swivel and you're aware of people around you. Thankfully, this high school, this Christian high school that the young man's talking about, they had a possible event that was going to happen. Thankfully, a student recognized that another student was making a lot of weird threats and such like that. He went and told the principal, and the principal was able to contact the police, and they were able to divert a possible event at their school, which is amazing. So, but the kudos goes to the young man or young woman that actually let the school and the headmaster know, because they recognized something was off. They heard the guy talking about things that were problematic, and he went ahead or she went ahead and did the right thing by communicating to the principal and the headmaster and subsequently the police. So just want to encourage you all. Hopefully we will see a decrease in this, but the Lord willing, he will come back sooner than later. But no matter what, I think we can do our best as Christians not to huddle under our desk, not to sit here wringing our hands, but to be diligent, you know that word, diligent in reaching out to guests, people that come into your church that you don't recognize, help security by being as welcoming as possible. That's probably the best thing that everybody can do. And of course, ultimately, praying for those people involved in this, people that would want to come and cause harm in the Lord's church. We want to pray for them. And we want to ask God, where can you get one of these? We'll find out. I'll let you know about that as well. But we want to pray and ask God to deal with these people's hearts, because the Lord is sovereign over everything. So when it's your time, it is your time. However, we can pray for these people as well. So I just want to encourage you with that. This was just a quick live. I literally just watched this. Gentlemen, I'll drop the link down in the description of this video. Didn't even make a thumbnail. I just said, hey, I was going to talk about this because it's something that we literally just heard about this past week. And now we have, there was another event that was diverted or averted because of some vigilant children and students, which is excellent. And so as we're preparing for the Lord's Day this coming Sunday, I just want to encourage you all to be prayerful, to keep your head on swivel and be diligent. That's really it. And encourage your own families to not huddle in their own corners and to such like that, but to remain prayerful. So thank you all so much for that. And what is he talking about now? Is it different? I think it's a different channel, something. trying to get that little background situation going on. But all right, so I'll have to find out because I got this one custom made from the person that made my podium hats and polos. I'll find out. I'll see what Georgia will charge me to get these. But I will let you all know. Maybe I'll put it on my Buy Me a Coffee. By the way, check me out on Buy Me a Coffee. So that was it. Thank you all so much. I'm going to be I plan to do a live tonight. I was going to have Todd Thinks come on, and we're going to talk about Cat Williams, but we might just come on and just talk about whatever. So, okay, I'm looking at some of the comments. I agree with you, Shara. There was a day not long ago where safety and the usage of firearms was actually in high schools. I didn't have that, but I was just a generation behind, probably not that far behind, actually. That was taught. I know it was taught at the high school that I went to before I got there, of course. But yeah, man, I think that should be, I do think that we should teach students that and have that. If nothing else, moms and dads should take their kids and make sure that they're taught properly and proper management of weaponry. I think that's probably a smarter thing to do than to not do it at all. Because there's a lot of reasons. Perfect example is at Smyrna Press, there are several people at Smyrna Press, there's quite a few actually, who are carrying on a regular basis. If somebody who's carrying is no longer able to carry and he is out of the picture, but the weapon is there, somebody needs to be able to at least disarm the weapon. So teaching you how to disarm a weapon, and knowing how to disarm a weapon is kind of important. So I'm not opposed to it, and being able to disarm different types of weapons. So if a intruder is able to successfully stop one of the security people, and that security person's weapon is no longer being used by him, then we don't need that laying there in the event that somebody is there's an active case going on. So there's a lot of reasons and good benefits to teach not only our kids but our other parishioners and others how to at least disarm a gun, at least do that, how to make it no longer functional for good guys or bad guys, or how to use it if you are a good guy. Those are just things that need to be considered, sadly. But so yeah, that was the whole point of this, was just I saw that video a moment ago and I said I want to talk about it. I wanted to encourage you all to, of course, I'm not telling you to go to church because I know you're going to already do that, but to be, diligent when you go. That's, part of our security protocol is shaking the hands of everybody we meet, especially people we don't know. And that's part of security, to make sure that, hey, look, I see you, you see me. So that's part of it. But yeah, you're not going to get in Smyrna Press without at least getting pressed a little bit, just a little taste. You get a little pressed. Trying to see if I missed anything. All right. So again, I was not intending to talk about that. Q is talking about the whole thing with Fannie Willis here in Atlanta. I might talk about that on Sunday, though, for sure. I think I might actually have to talk about that because that story is crazy. What we saw yesterday, that Fannie Willis is the DA here in Fulton County, Georgia. I live in Cobb County, Georgia. And she's in trouble because she was having an extramarital affair with somebody on her team that was on the whole Trump election fraud RICO case. And there's a lot of shenanigans in there, a lot of it. Somehow or another, I started watching the trial yesterday, and my goodness, in the morning, it was must-see TV because it was so bananas listening to, first of all, her ex-boyfriend. He was talking and testifying, and then she got on, and that was hot fireworks for like 90 minutes. That was a wild story. So I wasn't planning on talking about that today, but who knows? Maybe I will. I need to get back and finish some work. But so my point in all of this was just to say, go to church, be diligent, shake every hand that you can, kiss every baby that you can, and pray for these people that want to come to churches and do damage and harm. That was my purpose for this call. And I'll probably tonight jump on. Maybe we'll talk about Fannie Willis tonight, man. Maybe we can't wait till Friday. We just got to talk about it. All right, let me make sure I got this done. All right, those are my notes. All right. Okay, cool. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for hopping on with me real quick. Again, this was nothing important short of just encouraging you to make sure that you spend time with your church community this Sunday and make much of Christ. So let's do it again. I'll try to do it again tonight. I'll let y'all know it's probably going to be 7 Eastern Standard Time. So everybody, I'll catch you real soon, Lord willing. Grace and peace. Take care. I don't know how to end this, so we'll figure it out.